So we asked you which classic 80s movie we should review, and you decided it was When Harry Met Sally. So Boys on Film today reviews that movie. Now Raj, I haven't actually seen this film up until now.
I was going to say, you haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
late to the party, that's me, typical. You've seen it already before.
Well, it's a classic 80s film,
Yeah.
so of course I've seen it. But when the viewers asked us to rewatch When Harry Met Sally, I was like, oh, this is a movie I really feel like I need to revisit. Like, I was thinking that when I would watch it, it would be me about picking it apart and how it didn't really last the test of time. But I watched it this morning, and it was an hour and a half of it was a cute film. It reminded me why everyone likes a film in the first place.
Do you think it's dated?
Well, the only thing I really thought was dated, I was like, well, Meg Ryan looks really young. In fact, she looks like Nicole Kidman back then. So I was like, wow, like, you could have told me that was Nicole Kidman, and I would have believed you.
Well, I always remember her infamous interview. I think it was Wogan, British TV show. You probably weren't here at the time. You were probably over in the States, but she came across as so bizarre. She just wasn't answering any questions that he was putting to her.
Who, Meg Ryan?
Yeah, Meg Ryan, and it was famous now, and that's what people remember about Meg Ryan. She was just so bizarre in this interview. She wasn't giving anything away. So I just kept thinking of that watching this. It was quite odd to see her completely the opposite of how she came across in the interview.
Yeah.
Because she comes across as quite headstrong.
Proof positive how one bad interview can kill your career.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
Bizarre character though that she plays in this.
Yeah, very uptight. I think When Harry Met Sally invented the phrase high maintenance.
Yeah.
So everything has to be on the side.
So it goes forward in time because it's about two graduates from Chicago University, or the University of Chicago, and they meet in the late 70s, I think it's 1979, and they don't get on at all. He comes on to her, he doesn't believe that you can have a relationship as friends, male and female, and she disagrees with that.
And really that's the premise of the whole movie, is the burgeoning friendship over the years, and then them avoiding getting together, and then they do become such good friends that, I mean, plot spoiler, they end up getting together. So.
Yeah, I think I predicted the ending.
I feel bad about saying plot spoiler, but I'm like, this movie's been out forever.
So it's 1989, is that right, when it came out?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Meg Ryan, of course, plays Sally, and Harry is played by Billy Crystal, who I think is pretty typical when you think of him, you know, in real life. Yeah. And the characters that he's played in other movies. Yeah. I was just so frustrated by both of them.
Really?
Yeah, I found them really irritating.
Well, see, for me, When Harry Met Sally has that sort of Woody Allen-esque movie feel about to it. It's just.
Well, I love Woody Allen films.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like the cutesy Rob Reiner type feel to it?
I think you have to really warm to characters if it's about a love story or about friendship, and I couldn't really warm to them, either of them.
Oh, see, I feel the opposite. Like, I just really like the characters after revisiting them for so long, and then I'm curious because, like, even I've seen the scene a million times, the famous orgasm scene in the cafe, still made me laugh after all these years.
Well, that was the first time I laughed, really. I mean, I kind of was expecting it because everybody's seen that scene so many times. Yeah. But there were jokes before, but they were wasted on me, I think. I didn't really find them that funny. I can totally see why it's a classic. I mean, to a certain extent, when you think of Love Actually and you think of the American or the British films that followed this film, you can see the influence. Yeah, you can definitely see Love Actually in this movie, especially with the finale. What did you think of the little scenes of the couples, the elderly couples that were inserted into this? Because I found that quite jarring.
Oh no, I think it was really endearing.
Yeah.
Like, hearing all the stories and everything. I particularly like the one older guy player with his wife who's like, oh yeah, and then I married what's her name, and she was like Roberta. She knew all of the details.
I think if those would have been on their own in a different movie, I probably would have liked them more. I think it just kind of took me away from the film with Meg Ryan.
You're being very bah humbug right after Valentine's Day.
I am a little bit. I think it's probably because it's taken me so long to get around to seeing this movie, and I was expecting it to be so much more. Maybe that's why. Maybe I was just expecting too much.
Okay, but I'll give you this. What was it like seeing a young Carrie Fisher?
Well, that was really odd because I didn't recognise her at first, and then realised she was in the movie. She gets quite top billing. Obviously, as she would. Yeah, it was great to see her.
I remember the Rolodex of cards for the matchmaking.
Yeah.
Like, that's how far back this movie goes. Like, people had Rolodexes of like who was single and available, and she kept it in her purse. I thought that was funny, and was like, we've come a long way, baby, since then.
Yeah. I didn't hate this movie. I just didn't love it. Maybe that was the problem. I was just expecting too much.
Well, it is a rather, it's been out for a long time, so I think, of the day, it was probably very, captured the zeitgeist of what it was like being single and trying to find someone in New York. I thought even the version of Netflix was restored quite well.
Yeah,
so,
it did look good.
It looked better than probably the VHS tape I watched it on.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think you would still have liked it if you had just watched it for the first time? I guess it's quite hard to say, isn't it, if you've seen it already? But
well, see, I'm coming at it from the lens of I've seen it and liked it when it originally came out. You've just seen it for the first time, so you're really not impressed.
Yeah, well, not overly impressed, should we say. I just, was a bit underwhelmed.
I mean, I guess in today's standards, it's a pretty vanilla type of movie, even with the orgasm scene in it.
But that's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it just reminded me of a simpler time.
Yeah. Nothing sacred anymore, is it really?
Totally.
Yeah, thank you for suggesting When Harry Met Sally. I'm sorry I didn't love it, but you did, so I guess that balances it out.
It was a nice trip down memory lane again. So what do you want us to watch next?
Yes, and that is a very good question, because this time round we want you to suggest a 90s cult movie that we should review. I mean, it could be something that I haven't seen, maybe Raj hasn't seen. Hopefully it'll be something that we both love.
Challenge us.
That is the
if
challenge.
there is a movie that we haven't seen, 90s cult.
Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.